Hello, good morning everybody. Thank you for coming to join me. It's quite a dull, dark day here in the UK, so I hope you can see okay. I just wanted to share with you a couple of journals that I've made. For these, I've used, I had this fabric, I'll try and show you on this one, with these buttons on. It's fabric from Kath Holden. I do struggle to find Kath Holden fabric here in the UK, but it really is beautiful, and this is just covered in buttons. Bought it because I liked it, and then I found Crafty Cat USA had a kit called Buttons, so I thought, well, the two just have to go together. So I've used the kit Buttons from Amy at Crafty Cat, and I've also used her Easter bonnet kit because I liked the images of these ladies. I wasn't sure what sort of theme I was going to go with, but as I started putting the papers together, it started to have a bit of a Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen feel to it. So that's the way I've gone with it. So there's also some images from Mrs Cog's in here. So I ended up making two because I wanted to use both the fabrics. They are very similar inside. So I'll take you through one, and then I'll whip through the other one as well. But they are very similar. They've got the same tucks and things, but different papers. So this one is the cream fabric that's got the coloured buttons on. And I'd love Kath Holden's button collection if these are hers as well. I looked through my buttons and I've found some different ones that I've stitched on this lace trim. It's like a crochet trim, so hopefully you can see those different coloured buttons. So they are real buttons. And then again, I've put some down here as well. It wasn't wide enough to cover that, but I just wanted it to be seen on the front and on the back. The closure is a vintage, on both of them is a vintage buckle, plastic buckle. It does slip a little bit, but you can tighten it, and if you wanted to put it back through itself, you could do, but I think as it gets thicker, as it gets filled, it will hold itself. Size-wise, they are 9 inches tall and about 6.5 wide. I've had some printer issues, but for these it printed bigger, and I've now got a new printer, so I'll be experimenting with that as soon as my ink arrives. On the front, as I say, I've used one of the images from Amy's Easter bonnet kit, and I've had I don't know what these are called, a little flower made out of ribbon, and there's a little glass, like a mirrored bead in there. I don't know if you can see it, as the centre. So if we have a look inside, so as I say, it's a bit got some lace on it, so it is a little bit Pride and Prejudice-y. That's the way I felt anyway as I was making it. Hopefully you can see okay. The fabric on the inside again is that beautiful button fabric, and most of I think all the papers in here are from Amy, and this is an image from Mrs Cog's Jane Austen set. So that just, and there is some stitching down here where I stitched the lace down because I didn't trust the glue. It didn't seem to stick very well, so I have stitched it on both of them so you can see the stitching. So as I say, Jane Austen. Love the purple one, and the first signature's just got some support there down the spine, and I've used that button fabric again. Lace on the edge. This is one of the opening little booklets that we made. So a tab on there. I am using my whale tail tabs that I was gifted. Love them. Some papers in there. And that just closes. And then on the back, again, there's a tag. And again, Amy's papers. And if there's paper at the back, that's actually from a Jane Austen book. I think it could, not sure which book it was actually. Not sure. This is an envelope that I'd made. I've tied it, kind of tied it on to this lace snippet roll that I've put as a belly band, just to stop it slipping off. And there's also a little Tim Holtz clip just there. Inside there should be, yeah, postcard on the inside with some extra journaling paper on. I'll put that back after afterwards, and then some extra journaling space there as well. And again, the Mrs Cog's images there. So if you don't want them tucked in here, then obviously you don't have to. Again, Amy's papers. And then I fussy cut this lady out and put her on the buttons paper there. And then this, if I take the tags out, so there's a large tag there. All of them are backed in tea dye paper, and a postcard there. And then this is a pocket inspired by Amy. I think Amy put her tuck at the top, but I've put mine at the side. So the front of it there is the tuck spot just there. And then it opens up, so you've got journaling paper there, or writing space, and then there. And that one goes in there, and then that one just slips in there. Book page there. This is a book page, Jane Austen book page. These papers, I think it's avocado dye on there. Hopefully you can see. I'm sorry it's so dismal today. Lovely papers again, and that's the buttons kit, as is that. And then again we've got this flip here, and there's a little glassine bag, and that glassine bag is from my friend Laura Bain, Laura at the Papered Soul. Oh, there we go. And that lovely image there. She's dropping a flower down to that gentleman down there. That's the Easter bonnet kit. I know it's got a rabbit on it, but it was just perfect for to go with this journal. I thought it was anyway. Little pocket that I've made there. And then it's got a tuck spot on this side with a couple of journaling cards in, and then some extra journaling paper in there. And then one of the journaling cards in there. And that just tucks behind there. Book page there. That's sewing pattern just in a ruffle there with that lady on, and that says Sense and Sensibility. So one signature on this, that's tuck spot just there, and at the top there as well. It just tucks in there with the buttons. I've tried to put buttons on, so to go with the button theme of the kit. Little ruffle snippet tag on there. Some more book pages. I think this is the buttons as well. Another book page there. Paper bag with a little tag in. Then one of the extra paper, what do you call it? Like quilted, I don't know what you call it, I've lost the word for it, sorry. But that's on both sides. It just gives it such a lovely edge, so I've just used up the extra papers that I had. Book page again. So Persuasion, that one's from. Window envelope. Hopefully you can still see looking through there. And you can, you know, if you don't want too dark to write on, you can put something on there, stick a photo or something. Again, the buttons page just there. And then in the centre again, I've put some of that button fabric and a couple of buttons. And then there's a flip out just there. So you can write on there if you want to. And there's a journaling card in there. And I've just put a fussy cut lady on there. I think this paper was from Roxy Creations. I think it's from Lulu, her daughter's papers. And then that flips up so that you've got some journaling space just there. I didn't use that as a tuck because it was quite heavy on the book page. So I just put a piece of book page behind it and left it as it was. So this one is flips up. So it's the buttons paper again. And I've just put one of the images there from Mrs Cog's Pride and Prejudice set, or Jane Austen set, I think it's called. And then it flips up, so you've got some journaling space there. And then there's a tuck there, Pride and Prejudice. And all these buttons, I would love to see if Amy's got all these buttons. I'd love to go and rummage through her button set. And then another of the book pages there. And again, that's from Rachel's daughter, Lulu, from her set. Again, this one's tied on the same as before, so it's an envelope that's tied on just over the page. So there's it's a bit stiff, that one, journaling card there, and a little envelope, again with a postcard in. And then there's just a snippet ruffle just there. Again, the bag. I think these papers are avocado dye. Book page. It's quite a thick book page, that one. And then that lovely lady again on the buttons set. And then just some paper that I had left over on there with the lady dancing. And then this one, it flips up. So you've got a pocket inside. That comes with the kit. And that just fit in there nicely. And then there's a pocket there. And then at the side, I've left it so that there's a little tuck spot there at the side as well. So that's quite useful. 1, 2, 3 tuck spots just there. More of the fabric ruffle there, or fabric snip. CD envelope there with pictures from, I think it's from Mrs Cog again. And then again, just you can write on this, some nice writing space, and on here. And again, just with the snips of paper around it. Buttons page. Some more lined paper just there. Quite thin, that lined paper. There we go. The book pages. And then this flips up again. So there's a card in there. And then it just flips up. There's another tuck spot just there. Hopefully you can see that. And then that's just stitched on fabric over the page. Sorry. Some more of the sewing machine ruffle there. And then this is an envelope that I've decorated with Amy's papers. So there's nothing in the envelope there, but there is a tuck spot just there for the envelope. And then in the back there's extra paper, and that said, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife." And that's a quote from one of the books. And then there's just some extra papers in there. And then in the back of the book, again, I've used up extra papers that I had, so there's journaling cards there, and again the buttons paper with one of Mrs Cog's images on. So as I say, soft cover and that beautiful image there. I love that. I think the purple paper is my favourite, but they're all very nice. So that's that one. Let me just move those out of the way. As I say, they are very similar. So they've got the same pockets and things in, just slightly different. So same size, 9 by about 6.5. This one I put cream and white buttons down, so they're all vintage buttons, and the same down the back, and that's the blue paper. This one has a clear buckle on it, and again it does slip a little bit, but it does hold itself, and as I say, I think if it gets a bit bigger it won't slip quite as much. Again, it's got the fabrics on it, so same layout. So it's got the pocket in the front, and again Mrs Cog's image there. Follows the same format as the other one, so that flips out and it has a pocket, but they are different papers, you see. So I split the kits between. So this again is the envelope, and there's an image on there. The buttons paper again. Again, this is the same, so it's got the tuck spot in there with the lady on. That opens up and opens up, and then it's got a journaling card in the back. Book pages there. Love and friendship. So again, that's paper, book page from, I can't remember what book it's from. I think it was short stories. Lovely papers these are, and the lady there. And then again, we've got that on there, and again, one of Laura's glassine bags on the back there with a little journaling card on. So that's just a little hidden journaling spot for you. Beautiful lady there. And again, that opens out, and it has the tuck spot there, and there should be a journaling card in there, a tag it like in the other one. So I must have left that on my desk somewhere, so I'll find that and put it in. I've put it somewhere different in here when I've put the cards back in. So that's where it was. That goes in there, and that went in there, so the ladies are peeking out because I liked the colour of the dress against the green. I know I'd put it somewhere. So that's just a journaling card in there, and again another one up there. Excuse me reaching. Again, it's got the snips on, so again it's the same format as the other one, but different papers. So these you can write on them, there's plenty of journaling space. Card there, and again edged the book paper, avocado dye paper covered around the edge. Book page, again the window envelope just there. I think that's the same image that I put both in the centre, and then again in the centre, and I've used some more of that button fabric, and there's buttons on the bottom there. Same here, so that flips out, that flips up, and there's a journaling card in there. It just fits in there. And then again this flips up, and there's a journaling spot just there. So some slight differences in the two journals, but generally the same. Don't want them to be exactly the same. Beautiful papers there. And then again over the envelope, and that's got one of the postcards inside, and again a journaling card there. I won't take it off. Journaling card just there in the bag. I think these bags as well are from Laura at the Papered Soul, so I'll put a link to her shop below because she's got some beautiful bags and seam binding and things in there. Beautiful there. And that gentleman looks very sophisticated, doesn't he? And then again, same sort of pocket, so that one lifts up there, and it has the journaling card in there. It's got a journaling card behind there, and that's one of the postcards. And then the card there. And again, they've got buttons through the kit in different places. Little snippet roll there. The CD there, CD envelope there with the image on. And then that flips out. And again, you can write on there. The back of that page, the lined paper. It is quite delicate, that lined paper. And then again the same as in the other one, so this flips up, but there's a journaling card in there, and then there's a pocket. Can you see that okay? There's a pocket in there. And then that's just stitched over the page. And again, the ruffle from the sewing pattern there. And then again, an envelope there, so that's been torn off there and stitched, collaged, that's the word, collaged on. Again, another button. And again, nothing in here, but there is an envelope. It's an envelope there with the lady on it, and another tuck spot just there. with one of the images from Mrs Cog, and that says, "If I loved you less, I may be able to talk about it more." And again, quote. There's some extra papers. I like the yellow rose against the background there. So beautiful papers. I've really enjoyed using them. And again, the extra journaling card. I had to use these up, so it just made sense to make large journaling cards of them. So loved using these. I do hope that you like them. Oops, just dropping everything on the floor. So there's the two there, and I will be listing them. Once this video's up, they will be listed in my Etsy if anybody should be interested. But I've loved using these kits. So that's buttons and Easter bonnet. So thank you so much for watching. Any questions, just let me know. But take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.